This is where I'm from, this is where it started. This is what becomes of the broken heart.
Aanii, migoch gonna wabne meg Nishnaabemdaa Noongo minowa. Chance in the nosen, wasaks in donjaba, ambe Nishnaabemdaa Noongo. So on the radio, this week we've gone over Naukwe Wisnawin. So that's lunch or lunch food and some vocabulary around that. So the question that we went over that we started with was Gui Naukwe Wisinna. Gui Naukwe Wisinna. Do you want to eat lunch? Gui Naukwe Wisinna. And we went over some responses, and the response that you can say is ni naukwe wisin. Ni naukwe wisin. Yeah, I want to eat lunch. And then if you don't want to eat lunch, you can say Kawin ni naukwe wisnasi. Kawin ni naukwe wisnasi. I don't want to eat lunch. We also went over a little variation. Kamshe ni naukwe wisnasi. Kamshe ni naukwe wisnasi. Another question we went over on the radio was Gi naukwe wisinna. Gi naukwe wisinna. Did you eat lunch? Gi naukwe wisinna. Did you eat lunch? And some responses that we went over was Gi naukwe wisin. Gi naukwe wisin. Yeah, I ate lunch. And then if you want to add aja to that for already, you can say aja go Gi naukwe wisin. Aja go Gi naukwe wisin. Yeah, I already ate lunch. And if you haven't eaten lunch, you can say Kawin Gi naukwe wisnasi. Kawin Gi naukwe wisnasi. I haven't eaten lunch. And then if you want to add the mashe, you can totally do that for I haven't eaten lunch yet and say Kamshe Gi naukwe wisnasi. Kamshe Gi naukwe wisnasi. I haven't eaten lunch yet. We also went over some questions in regards to a third person, so that's like you asking your partner about your child. And the question that we went over was, one of the questions we went over was, we naukwe wisnena. We naukwe wisnena. Does he or she or they want to eat lunch? Do they want to eat lunch? And then some responses for that. You can, if they want to and you know they want to, you can say, we naukwe wisne. We naukwe wisne. We naukwe wisne. And we also went over a negative response if they don't want to eat lunch and you want to respond to that question, you can say Kawin we naukwe wisnasi. Kawin we naukwe wisnasi. Nope, they don't want to eat lunch, or he or she does not want to eat lunch. And then if you want to say they don't want to eat lunch yet, you can say Kamshe we naukwe wisnasi. Kamshe we naukwe wisnasi. They don't want to eat lunch yet. Another question that you can ask, this one is a good one if you're picking up your child from somebody else who's been watching them and you want to know, did they eat lunch? You can say, Gi naukwe wisanena. Gi naukwe wisanena. Gi naukwe wisanena. Did they eat lunch? And then if you want, you can add the mashe to the end of that, Gi naukwe wisane namshe. Gi naukwe wisane namshe. Did they eat lunch yet? And then some responses to those questions. If they have eaten lunch, you can say, ajago gi naukwe wisne. Ajago gi naukwe wisne. Yeah, they already ate lunch. He or she already ate lunch. And then if they haven't, you can say, kamshe gi naukwe wisnesi. Kamshe gi naukwe wisnesi. No, they haven't eaten lunch yet. And then if you want, you can totally leave out the mashe and you can just say, Kawin gi naukwe wisnesi. Kawin gi naukwe wisnesi. Nope, they didn't eat lunch. All right. We also went over commands on the radio, and these will follow the same pattern because these are VAI verbs. So in order to command a singular person, like just one person, you'll add an N to the end of it. So naukwe wisnin. Naukwe wisnin. And that ends with that N sound, as you can hear, and that means you eat lunch. And if you want to command a group of people, more than one, then you'll add a G or a K sound or a yok sound, depending on where you're from. So naukwe wisnik, or naukwe wisnig, or naukwe wisniok. and that means you guys eat lunch. And then the last one is da, and then that one you add on to the end to include yourself with whoever you're commanding or whoever you're telling to eat lunch. So, now koe wisnada. Now koe wisnada. Let's eat lunch. And then I also want to go over one extra thing that we didn't go over on the radio with is if you add we to the front of that, it's a little word that means to go do it. You can say, we now koe wisnin. We now koe wisnin. And that means you're telling them to go and eat lunch. So if they're going to go eat lunch somewhere else, we now koe wisnin. Go eat lunch. And then if you're going to say that to a group of people, then you just add the we to now koe wisnik, and then you'll have that command. So we now koe wisnik, or we now koe wisnig, or we now koe wisniok. You guys go eat lunch. You're telling them to go somewhere to eat lunch, basically. And then the last one, you can add the we to that as well, and it sounds something like this. We now koe wisnada. We now koe wisnada. Let's go eat lunch. So say you're gonna go out for lunch or something. Howsa, Mia,
Where I'm from, this is where it started. This is what becomes of the broken-hearted. This is going out to those departed from a life so young it was barely started. This is going out to the mamas crying 'cause the son's gone home with